Because tonight on our show involves a guest, involves Houston. We're going to have, for the first time ever, Hilton, the chainsaw guy. Now let me explain a little background here in case you're confused. We recently had a contest on our show involving two of our sponsors in the city of Houston. You see, folks, in Houston, unlike the rest of the country, our show comes on at 2:10 in the morning. That's 2.5 hours after Jay says, "Stay tuned for Conan." They show this 2.5 hours, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Jay says that, and that's like when Jay Leno tells you something, that's supposed to be a pact with the American people.
Exactly.
He's giving his word.
Exactly.
This mean, creepy, cruel station in Houston doesn't show us. They're mad at us for some reason. And they delay us, and they show outtakes from Maude, the old Maude series. That's what they show. They show B. Arthur bumping in. Yeah, right.
Well, that makes sense.
Right. No, they show all kinds of random stuff. They show, like, Richard Simmons sobbing, some show where he just cries or something. They show all kinds of crap for 2.5 hours. And then finally, our show comes on. In what's really 2:10 in the morning is crazy. And being on at that late hour means you get some interesting sponsors. All right, some really interesting sponsors. So we decided to pit two of these sponsors against each other in a contest where our viewers get to pick their favorite pitchman. Well, a couple of weeks ago, we announced the winner, Hilton, of Hilton Furniture. Let's take a look. It's
Take a look at some of his
Friday,
work.
yeah, thank you. Dyslexia, please. Let's take a look at some of his work.
Hilton here, Hilton Furniture and Mattress, announcing the big price cut. We're cutting prices on wood bedrooms and dining rooms for a limited time. Oh, we're cutting prices on mattresses too. Hilton Furniture and Mattress, big price cut sale. Look inside the beltway, look for the backside, because we're cutting prices, and that's a fact jack. Oh, we're cutting prices, and that's a fact jack.
Man's an artist. Now, folks, Hilton's prize was an all-expense-paid trip to New York to appear live on our show. But we also thought it would be great if we treated Hilton to an advertising makeover. That's right. That's right. We thought an advertising makeover with the biggest advertising company in the United States, FCB. This is a real slick advertising company. So we took them there to give them a makeover. Here's a tape of our little visit. Hey, I'm here at FCB. This is the #1 advertising agency in the United States, #5 global. These guys did the Gatorade ad where Gatorade comes through Michael Jordan's skin. Really disgusting. They did the Amazon.com ads you've seen everywhere. Amazon.com. They did the 3rd most popular ad in the Super Bowl.
Tropicana Pure Premium with Calcium.
So if anybody can help Hilton the Chainsaw Guy, I think it's these people right here. I've got a meeting scheduled for right about now. Let's go. So we're sitting here with the creative team for FCB, and everyone here is in black, which is, I guess, a New York advertising thing. I won't play that game. You two are defiantly in gray, which I like, and you're wearing sort of an off-green, so they're phasing you out. What would you normally charge someone who came in here and said, I want a top spot? I want an advertising campaign. What kind of money are we talking about?
We don't charge by the spot, but I mean, you know, millions of dollars, several millions of dollars.
What's the cheapest ad that you've ever done, and how could I achieve that level of cheapness?
Last year we did the Yogi Berra Museum for nothing.
The Yogi Berra Museum has an ad? The way advertising is portrayed in Bewitched, is that fairly accurate? Is there usually a client you have to have dinner with? And at the last minute, your wife, who's a witch, performs magic. Darren gets upset and says, I'm sorry, this will never happen again. The client says, are you kidding? It's the best evening I ever have, and I love it as a design concept. And then Mr. Tate apologizes and says, I had that idea all along. Is that fairly accurate? What I'm going to show you now are some of Hilton's spots, his best spots that run in Houston, where our show airs at a shocking 2:40 in the morning. Let's take a look.
Hilton here, Hilton Furniture and Mattress, announcing the big price cut. We're cutting prices on wood, bedroom financing, and immediate delivery. Oh, we're cutting prices on
What message did you get when you watched that commercial?
Very little.
Do you know what exit he's on?
Off the Fuqua exit, I did see that.
The chainsaw was not actually on, I noticed. They had the sound effect of the chainsaw was added afterwards.
Are you kidding? You guys are, you know, that chainsaw wasn't really on. They put a special effect in there. That's the kind of cynicism, and I don't mean this in a harsh way, but that's the kind of cynicism that I think is destroying the country. And that's why I think John McCain should be our next president. All right, members of the cynical advertising community of New York, I give you Hilton.
Hi there, Conan.
How are you? Come on in, Hilton. So, Hilton, you ready to get to work?
I'm ready to go.
All right, here we go. Why don't you have a seat right over here? Perfect. And Hilton, I don't know if you're aware of this. This is the #1 advertising agency in the United States. #5 global, soon to be #8. I'll tell you about that later. It was in the paper this morning. What's the information that you have to get out? Pretty much, tell us the information you have to get out.
Of course, the name of the store,
Right.
the exit,
The exit,
and the location.
location.
And that's a fact, Jack.
Hey, that's a fact, Jack! Where'd you come up with "that's a fact, Jack"?
Well, when we moved into the building, of course, we didn't have any capitude to do anything. And the fact sign was at the on top of the building, and I had to incorporate that into what we were doing.
So you had to use a pre-existing sign, and that's where you got "that's a fact, Jack."
Right.
Yeah, it's like Edison in his lab accidentally mixed two materials and got the light bulb. It was an accident. Get the camera off me. I'm embarrassed. Would you be willing to be shot on camera? And when I mean shot, I mean with a gun. Not in a vital area. But if we promoted that Conan O'Brien's going to shoot Hilton in the shoulder. And my dad's a doctor. I'd pick a place that I wouldn't hit bone. I'd try not to hit bone. Be honest with me. Is this something... How bad do you want this?
I'd probably take the shot.
You take the shot?
Yeah.
Before you pass out, you give, exit, basically, where the store is located.
That's an event.
What is it?
It's an event.
Say it again.
It's an event.
Now say it one more time, but like with a French accent.
It's an event.
All right.
We don't have to have the chainsaw. I mean, that's something that we can work around also.
You don't take away Superman's cape. We're in the main presentation room at FCB, and this is pretty exciting, isn't it?
Oh, it's very exciting.
The creative team here has been working this week on an idea, and they've got something that they want to show us. You guys happy with what you came up with?
Yeah.
Very.
This is the best advertising company in the United States. It's #1.
Right.
And globally, I think they're at like number 26.
Okay.
We talked about the chainsaw, and how it was emblematic for cutting prices, which is the main reason people will come to your store. So that's what we've tried to do here, is to take your chainsaw technique and, as Jen said, elevate it to a whole new level.
So you think after this ad airs, from now on in America, people will say, "We got to take this tree down. Have you got a Hilton?" All right, well, what's the best thing? Maybe we should take a look at the ad right now. And, Liza, do you want to hit the button?
Michael. Tiger. Mia. Hilton. As the great ones know, if you do your work well, all the world will profit from it. Hilton's Furniture. Great furniture. Greatly reduced prices. And that's a fact, Jack.
Yes! Yeah. I'm thinking yes. What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm thinking.
High five me, brother! Let's do a double high five. Yeah! I love that.
Yeah. That's
You're
it.
up there with, who's the basketball player? Michael Jordan. It's basketball, right? My thought is, you don't hear the chainsaw in this ad, and yet that's the loudest I've ever heard that chainsaw.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Would you explain it to me? Because I have no idea. The check is in the mail, I was told today. And if there's any problem with the check, which there shouldn't be, you know where to get us. We're over at ABC. I do a show called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Hilton, Congratulations. When we come back, Hilton, the chainsaw guy, is gonna be